Hi and welcome to the Mathemagic channel. So let's say that you're presented with 2 to the power x is equal to 9 and you're thinking, oh well, I have no idea how to do this question. I'm not too sure where to start. So the first thing to think about is, what do powers of 2 represent? And we have a bit of background here because they're not too complicated. 2 to the power 1 is equal to 2, 2 squared is equal to 4, 2 cubed is equal to 8, it's 2 times 2 times 2, and 2 to the power 4 is equal to 16. And so when you look at 2 to the power x equal 9, you notice that 9 is contained between 8 and 16. So we can use a little bit of bracketing here. We can say if 2 to the power x is between 8 and 16, it must be that x is contained between 3 and 4. And so if power functions are continuous functions, and continuous functions meaning that they don't have any gaps and they just keep squiggling up and down like this, there should be a solution between two numbers which we find. So if we say we have 3 here and we have an x value 4 here, there should be a solution that happens in between. Now, if you wanted to be a little bit more specific, you could use a piece of software like DESMOS. And as you look at DESMOS here, you see that this is 2 to the power x, so the red curve. 2 to the power 0 is equal to 1, and we go up, 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 up. And I've drawn the straight line y equals 9 here so that you can see that there's indeed an intersection, and it is a value between 3 and 4. It's actually 3.17. But if you didn't know that it was exactly this value because you couldn't use a graphic calculator here, how would you figure this out using algebra? So we make a mental note here that x is approximately 3.17. When you're presented with a power equation, what you should do is use logarithms. So we're going to go ahead and take this equation and do log on both sides. So we can say log of 2 to the power x is equal to log of 9. Now you could also very simply use log in base 2, which is the easiest thing that you can do, since nowadays calculators can do logs in certain bases. And I'll write this for you afterwards. Using the laws of exponents, for logarithms, what you can do is you can drop the x in front. So we have a rule here that says that a log b is equal to log b to the power a. So whenever you have a power, you can drop it in front of your logarithm. So let's say that it was b to the power a, I could drop the a in front. And this is usually how you'll solve power equations. So we can rewrite this as x log 2 equal log 9. And then moving the log 2 to the other side, times becomes divide, x equal log of 9 divided by log of 2, which you can enter into your calculator and probably find the value 3.17. So just to make sure we check. So when you use the log key with 9, you get 0.9542, so it's approximately 0.9542 divided by, so log of 2, 0.3010. This will approximately be equal to 3.17, which is what we suspected before. So this is 3.17, and that's a very good place to stop and to say that this is rounded to 2 decimal points. But bearing in mind that the fastest way to do a question like this is to use logs in base 2, so we can say log in base 2 of 2 to the x equal log in base 2 of 9. And so when you do log in base 2 of 2, you get 1. So this will be quite important here. Again, we can drop the x in front, so we can say x log in base 2 of 2 equals log in base 2 of 9. Log in base 2 of 2 is 1, because we're thinking about which power of 2 corresponds to. So as a power of 2, it's 2 to the power 1. So we can say x equal log in base 2 of 9. And you can just plug that in straight into a calculator. And so you can use a logarithmic calculator or a scientific calculator like any of the TI series or any of the Casios, which have different bases for your logarithms. And let's type in log in base 2 of 9 and see if we get 3.17 again. And so here you see it's 3.1699, which is very close to 3.17, just like we found before. So the solution is indeed 3.17. I hope this was useful to you and you're able to solve your power equations whenever you see an equation like something to the power x is equal to. You should use logarithms. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you on the next video for the Mathemagic channel. Bye-bye.